On September 21st, ATOP Meaningful World, a United Nations-affiliated organization, hosted a moving and inspiring event in celebration of the International Day of Peace at Central Park's Strawberry Fields in New York City. The theme of the event was End Wars Through Emotional Intelligence, Empathy, and Nonviolent Communication, centering on promoting peace and conflict resolution through mindful emotional management. Dr. Anne Kalajian, the founder and the president of ATOP Meaningful World, and a recipient of the American Psychiatric Association's Lifetime Achievement Award, chaired the event, and Paulina Sipilian served as the Master of Ceremonies.
It's September 21. Does everyone know how special this day is? Not just because it's my birthday. It's United Nations International Day of Peace. So it's a huge, huge, huge day. And this is the day where every country is supposed to put their guns down, and we pray they do, because some governments don't listen to the UN. And it's also the Republic of Armenia's independence, 33 years old or young.
The event began with peaceful and centering meditation session led by Zen master Eric Shoke Manijian.
I think that it takes years maybe to intuitively understand the dropping away of the ego self. So step one is balanced and erect spine. So none of your muscles are trying to compensate. I try to imagine a stack of tea saucers as my spine, just balanced, no effort. And then my legs are weight and my upper body is light. And in this way I could just sort of settle down. And if you imagine a snow globe or a muddy puddle just settling down, these are all the swirling thoughts of the ego mind.
This followed by an educational reflection of the history and significance of the International Day of Peace by intern Shambhavi Jasti. In her presentation, Dr. Kalajian emphasized the importance of International Day of Peace as a day of global ceasefire. She called on the United Nations to extend this celebration from a single day to a whole month and then to a full decade, urging the world to choose love over hate.
The theme of this year's commemoration was cultivating a culture of peace. Instead of competition and instead of rage, instead of anger, we have programs, free programs weekly for people to come and share their negative emotions so they don't dump it on other people. So we are as such, our emotions need to be constantly managed and guided, nurtured, and released mindfully. Today, and this year's International Day of Peace comes at a time of deadly violence and destabilizing conflicts around the world in more than 48 countries. Rather than succumbing to despair, we have a collective responsibility to demand and end the brutality and impunity that prevails. Today, we tell Azerbaijan, who has bombed innocent Armenians and threw 120,000 Armenians out of their ancestral home, we say stop. We say we don't tolerate. We do the same. We tell Hamas, Israel, even our government to stop. Yes, Meaningful World does not give up nor give in. We continue our efforts to actualize our dream of peaceful world connecting one heart at a time. Now, at the UN, we start with a day, then we go to a week, don't we? And then we go to a decade. But for 43 years, we're stuck on one day, and we can't even obey the one-day ceasefire.
Musical performance was provided by Tatev, talented musician who performed Armenian folk songs and the Armenian national anthem to commemorate the 33rd Independence Day of the Armenia, adding a cultural dimension to the gathering.
Chicheka parele Nachshum bartederele Vai le 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 Vai le 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 Vortigen anschauen Azadan gachayastan Yur vortigen anschauen Azadan gachayastan
Մեծ պատիվ է եւ ուրախություն ինձ համար այսօր այստեղ լինել, թե Հայաստանի անկախության օրվա կապակցությամբ, թե աշխարհի խաղաղության եւ թե մեր դոկտոր Անի Քալաջյանի ծննդյան հետ կապված, այնպես ինչպես այսօր նշվեց, բացի նրանից, որ ես երաժիշտ եմ եւ կարծում եմ, որ երաժշտությունը ամենաունիվերսալ լեզուն է բոլորիս բան հասկացնելու, ամեն մեկս երբ որ հանգստություն մեր մեջ գտնենք, ինձ թվում է խաղաղություն աշխարհում կգտնենք, այսօր ինձ համար կարեւոր էր, որ այստեղ էի երաժշտությամբ, ներկայությամբս բոլորիս հետ միասին եւ կուզեմ, որ նման միջոցառումներ ավելի հաճախ կազմակերպենք եւ Հայաստանի անկախությունը to not take for granted, չգիտեմ հայերեն ոնց ասեմ, այսինքն չմոռանանք դրա մասին, թե որքան մարդիկ են պայքարել, որ այսօր անկախություն ունենանք եւ ընդհանրապես հողը մեր Հայաստանի ունենանք.
In what members of the organization called soul surfing, Dr. Ani spoke about her unique method of integrating 7 practices for peaceful communication and led the participants into sets of relaxing and healing yoga exercises and positions. The stage was then opened to the youth as the Meaningful World's interns delivered their own heartfelt message of peace. The themes carried through these messages included peace is having a peace of mind, but also peace of heart. Peace is the feeling of calmness we experience when we are free of disturbances. And peace is something to work towards, both in our personal lives and in the global community.
I'm involved in ATOP Meeting for a World as a United Nations intern, and I represent ATOP at a lot of United Nations conferences. And this day is really important to us because it's a day where we spread a lot of peace, and it seems to be like the only day of the month where people recognize that we need peace in this world. And I feel like during where there's a lot of conflict and a lot of wars that's happening, peace is really important for all of us.
Hi, I'm Paulina Cipilian, and I'm involved with ATOP Meaningful World as the education coordinator this year. This day means to me that as an Armenian person, peace has not always been prevalent in my community and in my life. Well, in my lifetime it has, but in my ancestors' lifetime, they were lacking that peace. So it's something very important and near to my heart, and any opportunity I have to spread peace, I will take that, and that's why I'm here today.
I'm involved with ATOP just because I could see the difference it makes and the platform that it will provide me with in order to make a difference. And UN Peace Day is it's amazing that we're able to celebrate this here today, because I really hope that we can implement peace and everybody just deserves to live in peace. So I hope we can make that difference soon.
I'm in ATOP Meaningful World because of Dr. Ani and her mission and the work that she does. Today, this day of peace, is very important to me because not a lot of people take the time to fight for national peace, and Dr. Ani is one of those people that recognizes the importance.
Special recognition and Medal of Honor was given to Apuli Ranayera, the treasurer of the ATOP Meaningful World, to honor her 15 years of dedicated volunteer service to the organization, underscoring the importance of long-term commitment to humanitarian efforts.
I'm working with our Meaningful World for the last 15 years as the treasurer. I met Ani in 2005 in Sri Lanka while she was helping us during the tsunami. From that day onwards, I've been volunteering to Meaningful World, and it has been a great journey helping people around the world. And I would like everybody to start from their own self to create peace within themselves so that you can be the change of this world.
Chants echoed through the strawberry fields during the program. What do we want? Peace? When do we want it? Now? For how long? Forever.
What do we want? Peace. When do we want it? Now. For how long? Forever.
Transcendental meditation teachers Kirby Schills and Rita Teubman shared insights on the importance of inner peace and how achieving it can touch lives outside of ourselves, contributing to more global sense of peace.
One of the main goals of the Transcendental Meditation Organization is to create world peace, and even more than that, to create heaven and earth. And as Dr. Ani beautifully explained, and many of others, and Kirby, that peace begins within the individuals, because if we're not peaceful, we cannot make other people peaceful. And the purpose of Transcendental Meditation is to take the mind inward, and deep within every individual, there's already peace. It's already there, always. And the only reason we're not experiencing peace is because of stress in our nervous system. If we get rid of the stress, we're already peaceful, we're already divine. Every human being is made in the image of God. So just a matter of removing the stresses. And TM is this very simple, very natural, very effortless technique that anybody can practice. It's practiced 20 minutes twice a day, where we bring our mind to that level of inner peace for 20 minutes. And at the same time, the body releases stresses and anxieties and traumas. And after every meditation, we're just a little bit more peaceful.
And it's wonderful to be part of the Meaningful World today on September 21st, as far as UN's National Peace Day. And so it's one of those things where world peace seems like a very big problem. You know, it's a thing that we've been tackling as humanity for many years, many generations. But you break it down into a simple unit of the individual, and then when the individual is at peace, then you can have peaceful families, and in turn, spontaneously in this way, we can have a whole peaceful nations and then peaceful world. And so that coming together with the UN and the Meaningful World in collaboration, because we have techniques, you know, Transcendental Meditation is just one of those techniques where we can go within and establish peace within ourselves, and then we begin to radiate this peace throughout the world.
The event concluded with the traditional heart-to-heart circle of gratitude, peace and love, where all attendees gathered holding hands and placing right hand on the heart of the person to their right to express their thanks and connect with love and gratitude, one heart at a time. Dr. Kalajian's message resonated deeply with participants, leaving them with a renewed sense of purpose and commitment to fostering peace in their lives and community. Towards the end of the event, the group took a moment to celebrate Dr. Kalajian's birthday by singing Happy Birthday and bringing out a cake for all to enjoy.